to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in the previous video we have spoken about the PlayStation Vita, and yeah, we also took a look at the system itself and of course the naughty side. But in this video I just want to take a close look at the PS Vita 2000 model. Basically, so far I know there are three models out there. We have the 1000, the 1100 and the 2000. And yeah, there's a fourth, but it's more like the PlayStation TV with the same components like the PS Vita. But we're not going to cover it today. We're just going to take a close look at the PS Vita Slim and we're going to focus on this. So a little shout out to my buddy Harry to sending this in. I know people, I just bought it myself, but he sent me a very nice used PS Vita for my personal collection and also to show you here on the channel. So the PS Vita Slim was completely redesigned compared with the PlayStation Model 1. We're also going to do in the future a side-by-side comparison so you know exactly what are the differences, and of course it's just fun to do. So what I think is pretty cool, he also had the PS Vita Adventure Mega Pack. It's more like an extra box on the original one. But normally when you bought it brand new back in the day, it included some games that you can only download. And of course some extra peripherals. And I think it's pretty interesting. So to begin with, of course, I am happy with this because I can put my PS Vita Slim in my collection in a safe way. As you can see, not really special. You cannot put an extra game or cables in it. It's just a very basic cover. So what I think is very interesting with this PS Vita, nowadays we can still buy a lot of stuff. He also sent in this is more like an extra protection. Or let's say not a silicone, more like very hard silicone. So let's give you a quick example how you need to open it up. Like a clamshell design. It assembles very easily, but in general I think it's a pretty cool idea to keep your PS Vita Slim safe because these things are freaking fragile. So when you're looking at this, it will give you some extra protection, but to be honest I think it will not give an extra positive thing with the gameplay. As you can see, the buttons are now more like laying a little bit lower. To be honest, I don't really like the casing itself. So yeah, if you want to keep your PS Vita Slim safe, you need to have one, but I'm not going to use one. You can even use it combined with the sleeve. But yeah, nevertheless, let's take a close look at the system. So the PlayStation Vita Slim is indeed slim. It has more like a combination of a matte and a glossy finish. I must say, I like it, and it feels still like a quality product. Two joysticks, really nice. Oh man, I love this clicky D-pad. We're having two shoulder buttons, on and off switch, volume control. When you're holding the on and off switch, you can see that one of the two LEDs will power on. And at the last part, we're having here a hatch that we can open up for entering the game. So that's it. At the back, we're going to get a combination again with the glossy and the matte finish. I do like it. Got a back camera. Here at the bottom, we're having the connection for charging, headphone, and of course the compartment for the memory card. And in this case, it's 8 GB. These things were freaking expensive, and oh crap, I just realized I already turned it on. My memory card is not going to like that. So with the Slim, they did made a big downgrade, and it was the display itself. Because with the previous model we had this very nice looking OLED display, and with the Slim we didn't have it anymore. In the future we'll do a side-by-side comparison so we can see what are the differences. But for now we're just going to play some games with it, and we're just going to enjoy and see how good it is. I think the PS Vita Slim was just more an ingenious marketing move to keep the cost low and try to sell much as possible of these devices. The PS Vitas were running on an ARM Cortex A9 core that are 4 cores, or better said, a quad core. In total 500 MB RAM, 128 MB VRAM. But the PS Vita Slim had only 1 GB of flash memory. If it's the Fat or the Slim, in the end I think the PlayStation Vita is just a really amazing piece of hardware. But I think when I bought the first generation of PS Vitas, man, the games were not that great, or the library that were on the PS Vita. After some times, yeah, the games were getting really good. But nowadays, when you're looking at the games, they are freaking expensive to buy and very hard to find. Compared with the PSP back in the day, there were so many great games. And when you're looking at the PS Vita Slim, I love it for what it is, but still, the PlayStation Portable had way better games in my opinion. But what I can appreciate, that also the PS Vita had their own format, like with the PSP that has an UMD. So in general, if you just want to collect these things, you still have a physical game to collect. What I really loved about the PS Vita was the graphical part. So let's start some games and let's see how they are looking. Okay, so the first game, let's try Need for Speed Most Wanted. And man oh man, when I'm playing this game, even now in 2020, it still amazes me to see how good this thing looks. Yeah, the LCD display is not as crisp and clear like the OLED, but nevertheless, it's still looking very good. So this thing, man, the PlayStation Vita, the Slim, it looks amazing. If you're having a PS Vita, you really need to check out the Uncharted Golden Abyss game. I really love it, and this is pushing the device to the limit. I give you a quick demonstration of some gameplay, how amazing this game looks.
Fired by the river.
It was nothing.
I'm telling you, it was Drake. You tell your men to up their game, or there's gonna be a lot less of them around come payday.
I'll see you in hell.
So Uncharted is a game, but by the way that it looks amazing on this device. What I really like about it was more like all the extra features, like the touch was used a lot. We can also use the gyroscope by tilting the handheld, so that is pretty cool. And that was just bringing the gaming experience to a new level. And Uncharted is just, I think, one of the awesome games that you can buy for the PS Vita. Nevertheless, I was super excited that they ported my favorite game back in the day. It was Mortal Kombat 9 to the PS Vita. And yeah, it will not exactly look the same when you're looking at the PlayStation 3, but it still looks amazing. And it plays fantastic with the D-pad. Oh man, I love it. All my moves, they come out instantly. Alright, so let's play another game. Let's play Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It's not one of the most popular games, but I can really enjoy it for what it is. So the PS Vita Slim is a thing worth picking up. Hey guys, that is something you need to decide for yourself. I will do a side-by-side comparison as an other content regarding the PS Vita here on the channel, so consider subscribing, hit that little bell. But the PS Vita Slim, it's just an amazing piece of hardware. So when I'm looking at the prices that you're paying now for it and also for the games, I'm guessing this is going to be a very expensive handheld in the future. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think of the PS Vita? What version did you own or do you have? And again, thanks for watching guys, it would be great to have you here and I will see you in the next video.